Welcome back to another weapon build video, and today we're going to take a look at the Embolist. Now, I wanted to wait until I get this mod for the Embolist and the Nightwave, and that's not going to happen because I really have not put any focus on Nightwave. So, just decided to do it without it, honestly. And with that being said, the Embolist, talking about this weapon, it is a venomous weapon. As you can see, it has its own toxin damage. And it's more like the other beam weapons. This is technically a venomous beam weapon. Something like the Embolist, but more other like the beam weapons as well, because it does fire, or how you can say shoot like that. But it's a very different weapon. So as we look at it, fire rate is 8, magazine is 33, reload is 1.3, and that is pretty much just it. Coming from that, not a bad magazine, could be better. The critical chance is 3%, crit multiplier is 1.5, and status is 41%. So this is all status based, and everything else is looking, yeah, not great, not too great. Here's my build setup. I have galvanized diffusion, 110% multi-shot on kill, 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. We have galvanized shot, 80% status chance on kill, 40% direct damage per status type affecting the target for 14 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. So we have pistol pestilence, 60% toxin and status, 6% electricity and status as well for jolt, and then lethal torrent. 60% fire rate, multi-shot, important mod, always should be on the build. The next few mods that we use one is Hornet Strike, which I add more damage in here. Then I actually use Magnum Force to add more damage as well. And the next mod, I lay it down with Prime Expel Grenier. So we got damage in here, plus this mod, making this double times better. Now this is probably a build that a lot of people would not use for this weapon, or for any type of weapon, because it's got damage, and then it has Prime, the Bane, or you could say Expel mod for that, but primary is the biggest weapon we use out of secondary. We always call it Bane mods. So, but these are one of those mods, and a lot of people don't like the setup. However, it does tend to make this weapon a bit better though, because there is lack of critical chance and crit multiplier. We have to add more damage. That's the only way to see how I can do it. Now you might just add a riven in here, which is fine. I'm not using rivens at all to make the weapon perform better. I am actually just using mods that I have gained myself, and not trying to work as hard to get a riven for this weapon. The next thing that I use is Arcane. We have on kill, 30% damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to 12 times, 30% reload speed, and 100% ammo maximum. Rank 5 when you use secondary, not primary, secondary merciless. I'm so used to saying primary, it just gets stuck in my head. So I'm just gonna grab up all these enemies, get over here, roll up all of you, and then yeah, using corrosive. I did have heat on here, which wasn't bad, but I don't know if I would say heat would perform better with it on, and corrosive as well. But what I can say though is that I think it did pretty well, to be honest, even without having heat on there. I would say I think it did pretty freaking well, you know. And this is just no riven alone, the amount of damage you can do. You also have your Expel mod on there. So yeah, I mean, when I was leveling this weapon up, it was one of those weapons that were going to take the longest. I just know it was going to be one of the hardest weapons to level up because of its, I don't know, lack of range. Obviously not good damage, and not enough good damage because of its bad critical chance and bad crit multiplier. There's no critical hits coming in as much. There's no critical hits in there as much as you see when you actually have good critical chance on there versus, you know, crit multipliers. So yeah, you know, you got terrible crit over here, making the weapon not really spectacular or making the damage any better. But damage is the way to go because that's the only thing you can add on. And plus status, I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I really see in this. Now the next thing is, I never actually tried this out. I'm just now putting this together, which you're going to see. I think this will definitely perform as a great gas weapon because putting this up against Corpus, I'm sure it's going to perform very, very well. I mean, it already has toxin damage, which adds on more if I use heat and not corrosive toxin, which makes it heat. Wow, I'm not even saying anything right, am I? Which makes it gas. All right, not heat, gas. I think it would just end up being better that way. Because who doesn't like a gas weapon? I mean, as you see, just complete murder weapon. All right. Yeah, like all of them just died that fast. So, and nowadays nobody really uses gas that much, depending on if it's for a Warframe. I mean, you know, there's some great Warframes out here that can benefit from gas. And I don't know. I just haven't used gas in a while. That's the only element that I really never touched in a long time, but it performs very well on, you know, Corpus. So just keep that in mind. But I do enjoy how fun this is, which will take it to Steel Path right now. Like I said before, I really do see this weapon as more of a Corpus weapon, using it for gas, all that other stuff, because Corpus is the main target for gas, and it's effective against. And obviously no other type of enemies in Warframe are effective with gas. So, but you can see here, like, all the enemies are crying, dying, using gas. It just murders all of them, and they're going to destroy my freaking my carrier. Like, they're just targeting him. Like, this is why I hate Corpus, because they target my carrier so easily. And they have, like, the highest, I don't know, like, they have great weapons to use against you. So, yeah. And they're the only ones that kill my freaking carrier the fastest. So, that's another thing about Corpus that I hate. But, however, it is fun to kind of knock them down because it's easy using gas to kill them all. But, yeah, if you guys did enjoy the build, let me know, and if you didn't, then please do not. And if you liked the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch. Links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.